The Duchess and the Deserter. Chapter 9. The House of Wolves. I know she's here. The words slid through the darkness like a blade. Lady Seraphina stopped breathing. Beside her, Elias went perfectly still. Not frightened, measured, dangerously calm. Lantern light swept across wet stone while Lord Edwin Blackwood stood in the courtyard below, immaculate even beneath storm clouds. Cold eyes, controlled posture, a man who looked as though chaos arranged itself politely around him. And beside him, Lord Ashbourne, her father, bruised, wrists bound, face drawn with exhaustion, something sharp twisted inside her chest. He looked older, smaller somehow, human. For one reckless second, instinct nearly won. Run to him. Elias' grip tightened around her wrist. A warning, a plea, no sudden decisions, he whispered. Her pulse thundered. He's my father, and Edwin is waiting for exactly that. Below them, Edwin paced slowly before the gathered guards. Lady Seraphina, he called into the dark. Smooth, almost patient. You've had a difficult evening. Seraphina nearly laughed from disbelief. A difficult evening. Their manor had burned, lives shattered, her future hunted, and he sounded inconvenienced. I know you're frightened, Edwin continued. But I can protect you. Lord Ashbourne lifted his head sharply. No, he shouted hoarsely. The sound cracked through the courtyard. Edwin turned calmly toward him. Disappointed, like correcting poor manners. Then, without warning, he struck him, hard. Seraphina jerked forward instinctively. Elias caught her immediately. No, her voice trembled. He'll kill him. Not yet. How do you know? Because Edwin wants leverage. The certainty unsettled her. Again, always he understood this darkness too well. Below them, Edwin crouched slightly near Lord Ashbourne. Something intimate and terrible in the gesture. You disappoint me, Edwin murmured. Then louder. Perhaps your daughter needs encouragement. He nodded toward soldiers. Two men dragged forward a covered object. Heavy, wooden. Seraphina frowned. A chest. Old. Iron corners blackened with age. Her father visibly paled. No. Edwin smiled faintly. Ah. He said softly. There it is. Elias stiffened beside her. What is it? She whispered. His expression darkened. Proof. The single word landed heavily. Edwin kicked the chest once. Curious thing, he mused. War. He paced slowly. Men die for kings, for borders, for honor, then smiled. But usually, his voice softened, they die for money. Something icy settled across Seraphina's skin. He knew she was listening. Every word intentional, every movement staged. Edwin opened the chest. Letters, military ledgers, gold records, maps. Enough paper to drown kingdoms. Her father closed his eyes. And suddenly, everything clicked. The rushed engagement, the manor attack, the papers, the imprisonment. Edwin hadn't come for marriage. He'd come for silence. You should have burned them, Edwin said quietly to Lord Ashbourne. Her father's voice came rough. I tried to stop it. Something flickered across Edwin's face. Mock sympathy. No, he said gently. You tried to stop feeling guilty. Seraphina froze. Her father lowered his head, and spoke the words she never imagined hearing. I helped them. The world stopped. No, 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 she whispered. Below, Lord Ashbourne's voice broke. I signed transport orders. I approved shipments. I told myself it was temporary. Tears burned unexpectedly behind Seraphina's eyes. Your brother, her father said weakly into the cold night, though looking nowhere and everywhere, Captain Merrick Ravenshade, he discovered everything. Elias stopped breathing beside her. He came to me, Lord Ashbourne continued hoarsely. Asked me to testify. Guilt carved through every word. I was afraid. Silence swallowed the courtyard. Then, the sentence that shattered everything. I told Edwin. Seraphina felt Elias go utterly still. Terrifyingly still. Below them, her father's voice cracked apart. I didn't know he'd kill him. The forest seemed to vanish. The wind, the lanterns, everything, gone. Only silence remained. Beside her, Elias said nothing. Nothing at all, which somehow felt worse than anger. Slowly, too slowly, he stepped back, away from her, expression unreadable, cold grief settling where warmth once existed. Serafina's throat tightened painfully. Elias. He looked at her finally. Eyes dark, devastatingly calm. This, he said quietly, is why I didn't tell you. Before she could answer, a sharp metallic sound echoed. A gun being cocked. Edwin smiled toward the darkness. I was wondering how long you'd watch. Lanterns turned, rifles lifted, straight toward them. Thomas swore. We've been seen. Edwin's smile widened. Then, the final blow. He raised a pistol, and pressed it against Lord Ashbourne's temple. Captain Ravenshade, he called pleasantly. You come out. A pause, cold enough to stop breath. Or I kill her father.